major crisis looms in Atiku campaign. Now we have from The Guardian, we have 2023, that is again on politics, 2023, G5. PDP governors not relenting in fight with Ayu Atiku. Likewise, Nigerian Tribune, we have flood. We have the Delta Reps, Ijo elders tackle minister. Likewise, this day newspaper, we have the headline: viewers rate Arise presidential town hall high, set agenda for candidates. Now, The Nation, let's move on to The Nation newspaper for today. Women, farmers, artisans, others unite for Tinubu. Likewise, a blueprint, we have INEC faces 600 legal orders, 3 months to general elections. Those are the few papers that we have for you today. Let us start reviewing them one after the other. Let's start from the points. What does the point have? Stop 2023 elections. OAU done, tells the federal government. We have riders. Wigwe tightens control on Access Bank with 358 million new shares. That is about business. Likewise, when you look at the Punch newspaper today, where we have the major headlines to be 2023, that is on politics. 2023 elections, INEC laments tough times, and we have riders from here. Yes, that is talking from the federal level. We have terror. UK wants citizens to avoid 22 states. That is about the terror attack, the terror alert, if you can still remember. Likewise, we also have Bauchi governors demands Atiku's apology. That is talking about security. Then when you look at the other rider, flood overrun 20 INEC buildings. Chairman 6 new agents, 6 new offices. Like an agency grapples with 600 cases in court, wants new equipment. Likewise, this one is about education. Yes, suspense as ASU ESCO meeting means into midnight. That is about education. That is about talking about the ASU meeting that was slated for yesterday. Now, likewise, let's look at Daily Trust. From Daily Trust, as we have said, that we have Kwakwaso, that is the major headline. Kwakwaso joins Obi on dialogue as Tinubu Atiku unveil strategies. Likewise, we have these riders saying that Nigeria's Eurobond prices rebound in fresh week. Likewise, Abuja Kaduna train service to resume this month. That one is credited to the federal government, and it's a very good gesture for Nigeria. Likewise, the Chief Justice of Nigeria to judges, that is, they were sworn in yesterday, and this is what he told them emphatically: don't betray Nigerians' trust on 2023 election matters. The very, very serious case that we have to watch very well. From Vanguard, that is starting from politics, 2023 poll, over 600 cases in court against INEC. That is credited to Yakubu. Likewise, we have the riders on PDP crisis. Why Atiku won't have my support? Autumn, that message is what credited to Autumn. And likewise, 2023, why Tinubu won't attend debates. That is Keyamo. Keyamo is the one that said that one. That is from the Vanguard newspaper. Let's look at another. Let's look at Daily Sun. Daily Sun, yes. Daily Sun having major crisis looms in Atiku campaign. Then we have the riders' insecurity, flooding, threat to food, economic growth. Defense Minister said that one down. And let us move on to The Guardian. The Guardian, these today says that 2023, G5, PDP governors not relenting in fight with Ayu Atiku. Likewise, Nigerian Tribune, yes, from Nigerian Tribune, we have flood. Yes, that one is about flood, part of security. Also, Nigeria child reps, Ijo, elders tackle minister. Those are a few of the papers we have today. Yes, my guest is much around the eloquent man, the man who has got across the news and plenty of this country, even with sumptuous experience about foreign affairs. Therefore, I want to introduce my guest, Mr. Sani Ajayi, a man with compounded name. Yes, you cannot remember him because unless you can mention the two names. You are welcome, sir.
Yeah, I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you so
yes, you are welcome. Then I want to start from the point. The point. It says, stop 2023 elections. OAU done, tells federal government.
I think, first and foremost, I want to appreciate you, sir, and thank you for having me. Okay. I think it's too late in the day. You know, everybody is now looking forward to that for so many reasons. Number one, people would think that this particular government will have to go by May 29, constitutionally. Number two, people feel that it has done its very best. Number three, people are looking forward to another dawn, you know, because, and then people, you know, have hopes that maybe most of these things that we complain about now, you know, will be taken care of. You know, like banditry everywhere, kidnapping everywhere, the naira falling every day, the dollar rising, whereas the dollar back home in America is not rising. Yeah, so, and then we know the reasons, and so there are so many reasons why people will say, enough is enough. You know, and then when we're now extending this, are we going to go back to National Assembly to now start all over again? Because you have to amend the Constitution, and then that might take another 2, 3, 4 years. So to me, I think they have to sit down and do what they have to do.
But possibly the Dawn is using a strategy to tell the federal government that it is not doing enough. Can that make?
But if they say somebody is not doing enough, then he has to go. I mean, let's relate that to corporate governance. You have a manager, and things are not working well. And we now say, okay, you have to extend the time of the manager so that the whole company will collapse. Well, for me, I think they were on strike for 8 months. They're just coming back. And they're still arguing about half salary or whatever. You know, that they don't like Afusat, the after has gone on to marry. You know, so, and now the same people are now saying again, look, no, this government should continue. So, I mean, that's hypocrisy. So for us, this government has done its very best. You know, by February or whatever, we're going to have an election. By May 29 is the dawn of a new era.
Okay, yes, I started from politics, then you have taken us into education, which I believe that you are a man that is capable. Oh, yes, let's look at this one from Vanguard newspaper for today. ASU, our salary payment, Bajabia Amila sues for peace.
Absolutely. You know, I give glory to God. I have the opportunity. I was studying Nigerian University as well as a foreign university. So I can be able to just oppose the two. Now, first and foremost, there are no strikes over there. Why? Because most of the time and all the time, the university are autonomous. You know, it's that autonomy that Nigerian universities do not have that is giving them problem. Number two, most of the universities abroad depend on foreign students because foreign students pay higher. Number three, the students over there also have loans in form of bonds that when they go to school, at the end of the day, they can be paying back. And number four is the fact that it is highly competitive. You have thousands and thousands of universities. You know, in America, we call them colleges. In Europe, we call them universities. So they are in thousands. So if some people now say they're going home, so be it, they'll just be dead. You know, but here we are. And then when you look at the state of California, you know, it's the fifth or largest economy in the world. What does it depend on? It doesn't have oil. It doesn't have automobile like Detroit, oil like Texas and Mississippi and the rest of them. It doesn't have tourism. and all those headquarters of all the agencies in the world like in New York, but it has Stanford University. That's all. And Stanford University now also has students, and then they now have patents from those students' projects, which they sell out. There you get Google, you know, you get Microsoft, you get all of them, you know, Messenger, Facebook, Twitter, and the rest of them. And today is the fifth largest economy in the entire world, and it's a single state. And this is a state dominated by, you know, non-natives. When we say non-natives, we need these are Puerto Ricans, Mexicans, and what have you. They're over 80% of their population. So, I mean,
I'm enjoying you because I know that you know this thing very well. Let us move. We are coming back to our economy because we have that one as a package. Let's look at our point today. 2023 elections. INEC laments tough times.
For the next election?
Yes.
Have you ever seen any time the INEC doesn't lament? And which is the most funded agency of the federal government? INEC. You know, and I'm so afraid because one day somehow INEC will be audited. INEC accounts will be audited. So for me, I don't know why they are lamenting. You know, and then again, you know, you see, our problem in Nigeria is systemic. You know, people keep on calling for maybe we need to restructure. Many people don't even know what is called restructuring. It's systemic. Systemic in the sense that everything is so centralized. INEC is everywhere in the US and Europe, and every state conducts its own election. Every state, from the county, from the local government to the presidency, every state conducts it. So there's no INEC. That's number one. That's no INEC. Just like there's no president of the Senate in America. I think it's all rubbish. There's no deputy Senate president in America. It's all rubbish. So what do you have in America? You have the majority leader in the Senate. So if they have anything that is of common good and they have to go for election, then the VP will come over as the chair of the Senate. Can you imagine how much money has been saved? So instead of INEC saying that, look, decentralize the operation, so that the state on their own can be autonomous and they can conduct their own elections and the rest of them like that, they keep on asking for funds. And Nigeria has no money, and the dollar keeps on rising, and Naira is depreciating. And it is so simple. You know, export-driven economy, we're not producing anything, you know, we're sending away crude oil, we're importing over 2,000 allegedly of byproducts. So INEC lamenting.
We have two writers that support their lamentation, saying that flood overruns 20 INEC buildings. Chairman seeks new offices. Likewise, we have an agency crippled with 600 cases in court.
Why? I'm sorry.
Their offices.
Sometimes you just have to laugh. You know what I'm saying? You just have to laugh. I came all the way from Malaysia this morning because of you. Honestly, you know, you just have to laugh. You have to get reasons, everyday reasons. Now it's flood again, natural disaster. Have you not seen hurricane blowing away states? We're not talking of hamlet. We're talking of the whole state being blown away by hurricane, and within 6 months, beat back. You go and sit down somewhere and relax. You know, there's a time people should be tired of their employment and they should go home. You get the point I'm making now. You know, now it's flood. Yesterday it was IPOP or OPC or whatever. The day before then it's a Fulani harassment. Destroying this and that. Every day there must be one reason or another. And the natural disaster is a natural disaster. Why didn't they have option B? People some states are crying right now. Why didn't they have option B? We have the weatherman. You know, if somebody wears a kind of ukeka suit in abroad, they say, oh, he's the weatherman. You know, because they're always there, out there, telling us how things are going to be. And you know, we don't believe in ceteris paribus, all things being equal. No, it's only in Nigeria. We believe in mutatis mutandis, all things not being equal. Because the weatherman tells us that there's going to be hurricane. We know after hurricane that it's going to be flood, and the bridge will be blown away. But in Nigeria, they don't believe that. And if you still believe, okay, all things being equal, you get over there, there's no bridge. Because they say when they get to the bridge, they're going to cross.
Okay, let us take it from we want to go into the camp of Atiku, that is from Daily Trust. Kwakwaso joins Obi on dialogue as Tinubu, Atiku unveils strategies, and the strategies that you have feel from the from their campaign?
Yeah, from the yeah.
Is it strategy to quench all Nigerian problem or to siphon? Which one?
Well, yeah, for me, you see, like I said, our problems are systemic. We lack what we call strategic planning. For me, I mean, management consultant, hospitality and tourism administration, and also as a political strategist. Political strategist on his own is a profession abroad, but here we don't have them. They're the guys that will sit back, and look at all the situations. First and foremost, they have to weigh their opponents first.
Yes.
Who are their opponents? Where are they coming from? What is their manifesto? What do they have to offer? Then they dot the I's and cross the T's, and
in their strategy.
Yeah, and the strategy should come before the debate. The debate is at the tail end. Most of these stations allegedly doing debates are only advertising themselves. And this guy also know that they could be embarrassed if they go. And I can assure you, if that Atiku and Tinubu have gone, the whole thing could have been on them. That's the truth.
All eyes are on them.
Even I'm even talking of the other candidates. They continually be hammering them. And for the APC, flag bearer, he will have a lot of defense to make, and he cannot condemn the present administration because he's using the same ticket, to get
platform.
The same platform. I think it's the same platform. So, and the same ticket of the same party, to get there. So, if they say we have a banditry, is he going to say no? We don't have banditry. Oh no, we just. So for me, I don't think that what should come last is what they are making to be first. The base should be the last thing. It's at the tail end. Maybe December or whatever, God spending our lives, that should be the time. So
yesterday the CGN appointed some judges yesterday. Then he gave them one of the stronger message to the judges is that don't betray Nigerians' trust on 2023 election matters. When you compare to the last ones, having cases, then what is your comment about the statement?
Brave, fantastic. Because the judiciary is the hope of everybody now, not every common man anywhere in the world. So if the judges are upright, then we have it. But again, it depends on the on the value system. Judges are human beings; they're Nigerians. It's true, they are very honest, they are very sincere. They ain't going to take bribe. But at the end of the day, when they retire, where did they retire to? Yeah, how we decide to take them? If the judges did this and that, and yet they couldn't have a car. This is the problem we have in this country.
If at all that one doesn't justify corruption.
I like the CJ. He has spoken and has spoken very well. But you back it up with emoluments for the judges, retirement benefits for the judges. Give them free housing now. Give them about 2 cars. Give them whatever, that their retirement will be so sweet. And many of them will be looking forward to retirement. Isn't that kind of wrong? In my own view.
Okay, let us look at this one from the Daily Sun again. Major crisis looms in Atiku campaign.
Well, I mean, everybody, we don't need to crystal ball now. We can see that, 5 governors have gone. And we're not talking of just ordinary going. We're talking of key states. North Central is Germany, and the largest votes come from Benue State, from North Central. So, and that guy is gone. He said he can never betray, Wike. And he said, why cannot betray Wike? When he had these people killing his people, Wike gave him several, million naira. And then again and again, keep on helping them. Keep on helping them. So for me, that is that. Then look at somebody like Makinde. We can know the votes coming from Oyo State. And your state are Oyos. Oyos are Yorubas. And there's a Yoruba also, on the ballot. So we don't have any problem, So then look at Umahi. Look at all of them. They're from key states. And 5 of them are gone.
Surely there's fire on the mountain.
The fire is already burning, and the people on the mountain are running to the cave.
Okay, let us look at it because you are talking about security. Let us look at what the defense minister said. Insecurity, flooding, threats to food, economic growth. That is credited to minister. That is defense minister.
Well, the defense minister is talking and he's talking well. But what about our great minister? What has he done to make sure that all these things may happen naturally? There have been earthquakes in so many parts of the world. They were not crying for food. This is there. You know what I'm saying? You know, I think what they needed to have done is to have silos. Silos in many places.
For preservation.
They have silos. So during the time of plenty, when we are harvesting, instead of wasting, we're gonna keep them in the silos. So when this thing, come around, then we go to the silos. Like America, for instance, America subsidized farming, and America government now across its states buy over farm produce from the farmers. So what they have to do is to keep on producing.
To give them relief.
So and the food is the cheapest and the commonest thing in America. So they will have so much that they have to now look for places that drought is ravaging them, this and that, and they use that politically. But here, we produce, God has given us the soil, the everything, the weather, but unfortunately, it hasn't given the people who are in office the brain to be able to drive the state's car. That's all.
You're speaking agricultural. Let us look at the nation. In the nation, that is going to be the last for us. Women, farmers, artisans, all those unite for Tinubu. Yesterday, he had a meeting with the agriculturists that is in the north.
Absolutely. Look, there is no choice. I tell you why. Why others, this also should have called to court me. In 1990s, trying to buy cars and all those beautiful things, Tinubu invested in Apple. That's it. And he had gas stations in the UK. And that was far before he became the governor. When Adeko was going under, Tinubu was the one that started fueling it with money. So a man who has this kind of brain is the one that we need in this country.
Thank you very much, because we are talking
for
everybody.
I'm not campaigning. I'm only saying we're talking about the personality and the profiling. Is that what we're saying?
If at all candidates have their own program.
All candidates have their own programs. You say it's what you read that I'm trying to comment on. And like I said, I'm a political strategist. So I don't belong to any party.
Thank you.
So
I want to appreciate Mr. Ajayi for giving us a very good analysis and review. And by the grace of God, we are going to meet another time for more review. I'm Adibisi Abidjali. Bye for now.